Hey everybody, you should have completed this portion, the 1-1 exponents in order of operations, the we do portion, which is kind of our practice round for where you go ahead and complete some problems, and then I look at them just to kind of see if you're getting it or if you're not. So this is just going to quickly go over the answers to those problems. I'm not going to take as much time as I did in the I do section. But I wanted to at least be able to look at what the correct answers were, how I solved them, and see if you got the same thing. And if you didn't, you can use this video to kind of practice your skills and learn the material a little bit. So first, 32 divided by 8 plus 5 to the second. There is no parenthesis, but there is an exponent, which is 5 to the second power. And I know that 5 times 5 is 25. I'm going to drop the rest of my problem down. Okay, there's no addition, but there definitely is, there's no multiplication, but there is for sure division. I know that's the next thing I need to do. So 32 divided by 8 is actually going to be 4. I'll drop the rest of my problem down. 4 plus 25 is going to give you 29. So final answer for number 1 is 29. Moving on to number 2. 2d minus 2 plus c to the second. Let's plug in those variables that are listed up top. So 2d means 2 times d. So I'm going to put 2, a parenthesis around the 6. Okay, just so that I know that it's not 26 and that we're actually multiplying the 2. I'm going to go minus 2 plus c squared. And I know c is 3, so I'm going to put 3 squared. Okay, so now I actually have parentheses and exponents in this problem now that I've rewritten it. So let's do the parentheses first. 2 times 6 is going to give you 12. And 3 to the second power, remember, does not mean 3 times 2. It means 3 times 3. So 3 times itself. And that's going to be 9. Okay, and then I'm going to drop the rest of my problem down. That minus 2 and the plus. Now I have 12 minus 2 plus 9. Okay, when you're presented with, so let me slow down. The next step, so we have went through parentheses, exponents, multiplication, and then there wasn't any division, so we can say we covered that. Now we're on to adding and subtracting, and notice that we have a minus and a plus in this problem. But remember, addition and subtraction are kind of both done at the same time. So if you're presented with both, like in this case, there's a minus first and then a plus second, you can do the subtraction first. So let's just go right through left to right. 12 minus 2 is 10. Drop down your plus 9. 10 plus 9 is 19. So 19 is your final answer. Okay, scrolling up for number 3. 4 to the third minus 3 times 7 plus 3. Okay, so 4 to the third is going to be 4 times 4 times 4. I'm going to write that over here. So 4 times 4 times 4. I know 4 times 4 is 16. And then 16 times 4 is actually going to be 64. So 64 minus 3 times 7 plus 3. I'm going to erase this just so it's not in our way. Okay, so now we have a minus, a times, and a plus. So if we're going through our order of operations, the first thing we're going to do is that multiplication. 3 times 7 is 21. Drop the rest down, 64 minus 21 plus 3. And we can figure the rest out. We're left with a minus and a plus here. So let's start off by doing 64 minus 21. 64 minus 21, 4 minus 1 is 3, and 6 minus 2 is 4. So this is 43 plus 3. 43 plus 3, our final answer is going to be 46. Okay. Number 4, we have some variables again. 2b minus c plus 2a. Let's just plug those variables in. So 2b is going to be 2 times 12 minus c. C is 2. It's minus 2 plus 2a. 2 and then times a. We're going to put it in parentheses, and a is 5. Okay, so now we have a couple different parentheses, so let's get those out of the way. 2 times 12 is going to be 24, and 2 times 5 is going to be 10. Let's drop the rest of our problem down. 24 minus 2 plus 10. 24 minus 2 is going to be 22, and 22 plus 10 is going to be 32. Final answer for number 4 is 32. Okay, scrolling down, halfway home, everybody. Number 5, 8 plus parentheses 1 plus 3 times 5. Let's go back to our order of operations. The very first thing we got to do, take care of that parenthesis. 1 plus 3 is going to be 4. So we've gotten rid of the parenthesis, and there doesn't appear to be an exponent anywhere. So let's drop the rest of the problem down. 8 plus 4 times 5. Our next order of operation needs to be either multiplication or division, and in this case, I see a multiplication. 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. 8 plus 20 is going to give you a final answer of 28. There we go. Okay, number 6. We have parenthesis 9 minus 6 plus 5, end of parenthesis, divided by 2. So we need to figure out all of that. Now, there's 3 numbers in that parenthesis, which is a little bit different than what we've been presented with in any other problem. But we need to figure out that whole parenthesis first. So 9 minus 6 is going to be 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. So that entire parenthesis, after we solved it, is 8. And then there's only this portion of the problem left, so let's drop it down. We're only left with division, so 8 divided by 2 is going to give you 4. So your final answer for number 6 is 4. Okay? Number 7, 14 minus parenthesis 5 plus 2 plus 4 to the second. First thing in our order of operations is going to be parentheses. So 5 plus 2, I know, is 7. And then our next step is exponents, and I know that 4 to the second is 4 times 4, and 4 times 4 is 16. And I'm just going to drop the whole rest of my problem down, and we are left with subtraction and addition, which, remember, those are kind of, you're looking for those at the same time, adding and subtracting. So we can just go left to right here. 14 minus 7 is 7. Plus 16 is going to give us 23. 23. Number 8, 20 plus 12 divided by 3 times 2. Okay, I notice right away, no parenthesis, no exponent, but we do have both division and multiplication. So the way that we do this, because multiplication and division are kind of grouped together, you just do whatever one comes first in that expression. So 20 plus 12 divided by 3. We're going to do the division first because it comes first. So 12 divided by 3 is going to be 4. 4 times 2 is going to give us 8. And then we need to drop down the rest of our problem. So 20 plus what we're left with from this is 8. 20 plus 8 is 28. Last 2 problems. 7 times 3 plus 2 minus 4 to the second. We've had a lot of 4 to the seconds for whatever reason, and we know that's 16, and we know that 4 to the second or 4 squared is an exponent. So there's no parenthesis, but there's absolutely an exponent. 4 to the second, 4 times 4 is 16. Drop the rest of our problem down. 7 times 3 plus 2 minus 16. We have multiplication, addition, and subtraction. We know that in our order of operations, multiplication comes first. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 2 minus 16. I know 21 plus 2 is 23, but I'm going to write out what 23 minus 16 is, just to make sure I get this answer correct. Okay, I cannot do 3 minus 6, so I need to borrow from the 2. 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0, so the final answer is going to be 7. And to wrap up today, we're going to do 7 plus parentheses 8 minus 3 times 8. So 8 minus 3 is in a parenthesis, so we need to take care of that first. So 8 minus 5 is going to be 5. So we've figured out our parenthesis. Let's drop everything else down. 7 plus 5 times 8. In our order of operations, multiplication always comes before addition. So 5 times 8 is going to be 40. And then 7 plus 40 equals 47. Cool. Well, I hope everybody got all of those correct. And if you didn't, go back through and look at those particular problems and make sure that that you understand it. As always, feel free to contact me if you're really, really struggling. I'd absolutely be welcome to helping you. You just kind of got to let me know. So thanks a lot, guys. Bye.